Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Pseudo's Crochet and More. This is Crystal, your yarn host. Today I'd like to give you a little bit of information on me, a little get to know me. Right now I would like to let you know that I did have another name for the channel, which was Mama Bear's Creation, but there was too many Mama Bears out there, so I changed it to the Pseudo's Creation. The reason behind the Pseudo's Crochet and More, and the reason behind that is because when I used to play World of Warcraft, I had two characters. One was named Sudoku Master and one was named Sudoku's Wife, and it got shortened over the time to just Pseudo. So that is my nickname from World of Warcraft. If you ever played World of Warcraft, you may have run across me a couple times. I was kind of a new player, but that's not the point. Alright, so I am the youngest of 4 children. I was a surprise to my parents, and my name was actually supposed to be Christine or Christina until she saw an episode of Frosty for Christmas of December 76, and he got a wife, and her name was Crystal. So my mom changed my name from Christine to Crystal, and throughout the years I've been called just Chris, Crystal, Belle, so get the point. I felt like I was the only Crystal while growing up, and then lo and behold, many years later, it's all over the U.S., which is okay. So the reason I started crocheting in 2020, I'd been kind of trying off and on for a few years. My grandmother used to crochet and knit a little bit, and I never learned from her, which I'm kind of kicking myself for not learning from her. She unfortunately passed away in 2004 is when she passed away. 2005 is when I took my first adventure out of Ohio to live, which was in Raleigh, North Carolina. I was there for about a year and then moved to Alabama for about 7 years, and then went back to Ohio. You know, life happens. Had to go back home for a little while. And then my husband's job took us to Texas, and we were in Texas for almost 7 years, and his job took him to the great state of Virginia, currently located in the Roanoke area. So in 2020, of course, COVID, everybody's locked down, can't go anywhere, and I had been trying to learn how to crochet. And I don't know when it was, but many years ago I picked up this book, Learn to Crochet, and I was trying to make the dishcloth in the book. And let me get to that page. Let's see. No. That's all the instructions. Of course, I passed up all the instructions on how to. So that's the dishcloth that I was trying to make. Try to cover up the instructions. This book was the copyright for this book was 2011, and it was available only at Walmart when they used to carry all the books. Now I know some Walmarts still carry them, but a lot of them I've been to don't have books or even like crochet kits to learn how to crochet. So my husband, I got frustrated. I got the first row done, and I got to where it says to go into the back loop only on the next row, and I couldn't figure out where the heck I was supposed to put my hook, and I just gave up. Got so frustrated, I just gave up. And my husband was like, have you tried YouTube? Have you checked on YouTube to see if you can find videos on how to crochet? So of course I started looking up people, learn how to crochet, everything. Well, the first person I came across was TL Yarns, which she does mostly Tunisian crochet, which is good because I did learn how to Tunisian crochet. So I was like, well, maybe I could just, take it a step further and actually learn how to do regular crochet, not just Tunisian. So I finally learned how to crochet from Bagode, and oddly enough, the way I learned how to crochet from her was by watching one of her purse videos. It was the one where she made the V-stitch purse, and then from there I'm like, it just clicked. And I'm like, okay, now I know what I'm doing and what was going on. So then I decided to make my close family members, my brother, my two sisters, and my nieces and nephews, all scarves for that winter. Well, some of them came out to be the loopet yarn scarves, because I was like, well, I'm just gonna make them real quick. That was pretty easy. Some of them were done in the Tunisian crochet, and some were done in actual regular crochet. And some of those are actually in the picture in the intro, if you've seen them. My brothers, I actually did in the V, I don't know if they call it the knit stitch in Tunisian, where it looks like a V, like if you were to actually knit it. And I did 2 colors for him. Unfortunately, he lost his and his wife lost theirs in a fire, so I remade them this past Christmas. But my main reason for learning how to crochet was because I had tried and tried and tried. And again, like I mentioned before, my grandmother used to crochet. She crocheted everybody blankets for, I think, their 30th birthday. I, of course, got mine earlier because she had already made them, but she was giving them out for certain birthdays. And because she was getting near the end, they decided to give me and 2 of my cousins their make during Christmas for the couples that were married. You got like 1 or 2 dishcloths, an ornament, and yes, my aunt took over for that, but she really didn't do anything for my mom, which was her sister, and that family. She just did it for her kids, which was okay. I mean, she's got 5 kids, and she had grandbabies as well, so I can understand that. So I just wanted to basically kind of continue on her legacy with giving people, ornamented Christmas, dishcloths, things like that. And then after the first year, that was pretty easy because it was just the scarves. I had to go big or go home. So I decided to make everybody blankets. Which kind of kicked me in the butt. And if you've seen my cup there, I just had to take a sip. It says, go wham, counting with crochet and chaining. I designed this. If you're interested in one, I will put it in the description box below for where you can purchase your own at. I also have other things that are crochet related. So, okay, so back to the next Christmas, which would have been 2021 Christmas. I decided to make everybody blankets, 1 for the couple, and if they had children, 1 for each children. Well, my nephew and his wife now have 8 children. At the time, they only had 6. So I made blankets for all 6 of their kids. And then when the last 2 arrived, I made baby blankets for them. I just finished giving everybody their blankets from 2021 for 2022's Christmas, because we just celebrated Christmas with my mom and dad in January, a couple weeks ago. So that's my background. My sister has started crocheting. My niece has started crocheting. My grandniece is wanting to learn to crochet, which my mother was like, your grandmother would be so happy to see you guys all doing this, which made me smile. And I still actually have her blanket that she made me. It's starting to kind of fall apart, but it's still in pretty good condition. All right. So now that I've given you a little bit of background about me, and if you have any other questions about me that I did not mention today, you're more than welcome to ask them in the comment section below or to email me those questions, and I'll be glad to provide you with that information if I can. This hat that I'm wearing, I know it's not Christmas, but it's a Christmas hat. Let me see if I can get it all the way in there because it's so tall. There's a star on top. My husband wanted a Christmas themed hat for this past Christmas, and I found this online. I will be glad to post it in the description box as well, so if you're interested in making your own. Now, the tree trunk area is actually longer than they suggest, but you can obviously adjust to your liking. They have sizes for toddler, which I made one of those recently. Let me see if I can get it in the camera. Okay, there's the star. And this is actually the length that the trunk of the tree is supposed to be. I had made one that I had posted with purple lights, because these are the lights here, these little bobble things. But unfortunately, my husband got into a cleaning mood, and it was in his way, and he threw it out. I haven't been able to find it since. So, it got thrown away. Well, I can always make another one. I am working on a Valentine's Day heart hat. I did post my first one online on my Facebook page. I can always link that below as well if you'd like to see that. I'm working on a reverse, so the first one I made is pink with a red heart, and then now I'm doing a red hat with a pink heart. I'm trying to see which way looks better or if both look good. I actually had some compliments yesterday when my husband and I went out shopping. They asked, "Did you make that?" And I said, "Yes, I did." And they're like, "We'd be willing to buy one from you. Bring some back, in a couple days, and we'll buy them from you." So I'm gonna try to make a couple more. I'll have to see how much red yarn I have. I know I have enough pink, but I'm not sure about red. And behind me is my husband's workstation. We are living in a small area where I cannot display my yarn right now. But once we get into our own place, I will I'm going to be trying to get my own place to put my yarn in. I do apologize if I keep looking away from the camera. I'm not used to this yet. I'm still getting used to it, so pardon me for that. But in the next couple of days, I'm going to do an unboxing of Premier yarns that I've had for a while. I've actually already opened it, but I wanted to show you guys what I had and what I thought of the yarn. Some of it I've never worked with before, and some of it I have. So keep a lookout for that video coming up in the next couple days. It might not be till Monday when it comes out, because I am going later to another local yarn store that's in Salem to take some video there, and I will try to do my best to get a view of the entire building. I will post that probably tomorrow. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching Pseudos Crochet and more.